From the field to the table, thank you for joining me today for a very special episode of Cooking with Scuttle for Kevin Hoyt's The Future of Hunting. Today I'll teach you how to make my maple pulled pork pot roast with field fresh wild boar and real Vermont maple syrup. Go ahead and substitute store-bought pork tenderloin instead of the wild boar if needed, but don't even think about using anything other than real Vermont maple syrup in this recipe. We're going to need a wild boar roast or tenderloin, chunked potatoes, I chose sweet potatoes, coined carrots, sliced onions, chopped celery, and of course, Vermont maple syrup. This is a really easy recipe I make in my crock pot at home. All I do is slap it together before I go to work, and I come home to an awesome smelling house, and dinner's done. So to get started, I like to put in the vegetables first, so I pour in the potatoes, and then next the carrots and the celery, but I save the onions for last. I'm going to put this roast in. Barely fits in this crock pot. So on top of the meat, I'm actually going to put the sliced onions, so as they break down, the flavor is integrated very well into the pork. This of course isn't complete without the real Vermont maple syrup. Pouring it right over top, coat everything. So go ahead and salt and pepper to taste. Put this in your crock pot. I usually put it on high for an hour or two as I get ready in the morning, and then I switch to low for 8 hours. To cook for at least 10 hours total until the meat reaches an internal temp of at least 165 degrees. So when you get home from work, this is going to make your whole place smell awesome. You can serve it in several different ways too. You can serve it on bread or a roll as a pulled pork sandwich. You can serve it by itself or even as a stew. Thank you for joining me today for a special episode of Cooking with Scuttle for Kevin Hoyt's The Future of Hunting. Tune in next time and I'll teach you how to make something else.
Food porn.